Man, I have no food. Yogurt will do. Take 2. What's that?
I have not had a Monster in a while. It's so perfect. My favorite flavor too. Unfortunately, I'm on a caffeine detox. No can do.
I will stick with my yogurt. Nice. You know what? I'm not that hungry. I'll just have one. Let me put this back. What in the world? 50% off. I already paid for this. Yeah, nice try. I'm good. I cannot finish this drink. I do not know why they make these so tall. Look, I got about half left. Might as well refrigerate it. Are you kidding? You've actually got to be messing with me. You get one free. I can't pass this up. All right. You got me.
Let me break down something very simple to you guys. This is one of the basic marketing rules of thumb.
I'm about to explain the difference between data ripping and building a real brand, meaning something that nobody's ever sold before. And while I'm not going to say which one is better than the other, although I have my biases, and I credit my ability to sell a product that has never been sold as one of the main reasons that I'm able to do this full time. Because there are a lot more people data ripping than there are actually going out on a limb, spending the money to build awareness around a real brand. So you're about to see the pros and cons of both. Although I personally think it's much more rewarding when you build something that nobody's ever built. And it's not impossible, and it's not too difficult. I'm not going to say something's not difficult. Everything in business is extremely difficult. That's important to understand, but it's not too difficult if you know what you're doing. Do not get involved with the fallacy that building something that is not on Calendar is impossible. It requires more effort, but typically the more you put in, the more you get out. So no matter which path you choose, Calendar or not, you have to understand how to do it the right way. I'm going to be making a lot of references in this video to topics like top of funnel, middle of funnel ads, how to walk people down a funnel, and I've already made extensive videos on all of these topics. So in the description, I'm going to link every single reference and every single corresponding video to that reference. So after you're done watching this shorter video, you can go and watch those to further understand what this stuff actually means.
It is very difficult to convert first-time viewers. This is something a lot of people in e-com do not understand, and it's something that's not really brought to light. Every time someone views your product, they're 2 times more likely to buy, assuming they fit your ICP, your ideal customer profile. Now let me really break it down to you guys. Let's say C is customer, X is the amount of times they've viewed your product. Example, C3 equals a customer who has viewed your product 3 times. And using this formula, we can make a table kind of like this. C1, somebody who is seeing your product for the first time, very unlikely to convert. C2, they're 2 times as likely. C3, they're 4 times as likely, so on and so forth into infinity. The customers of Calendar brands are getting warmed up by larger brands who are creating this market awareness. Now there's 2 types of people who need to understand this, and it's you're either one or the other. You can't fit outside of it. You're starting a new brand with an idea that nobody's ever seen before, or you're ripping stuff from Calendar, products that are already on the market, things that are already trending. But what does that really mean? We'll break that down in a second. So as a new brand with a never before seen product, you have no C2 plus customers. You have no customers that have seen your product more than once. You have to pay to get them, and you usually see that done through a funnel, like top of funnel to middle of funnel ads. You'll see a lot of newer supplement brands do this. You can't just rip videos and upload them 5 into a CBO. It does not work because you have 0 C2 plus customers. That's the first type. Now the second type of person is the person who runs a Calendar product. When you run a Callo product, your first ad can reach C2 plus customers immediately, because you're riding off the market awareness created from the money spent by large competitors. You already have C2 plus customers. It isn't because it's trending, it's because people don't retain brand names, they retain products.
Number one issue with Calendar, in my opinion, in the space is that even if you get something to work, you don't know why it worked and you can't replicate it at all. You don't learn anything. If you go with a Calendar style rip, I won't hate. I just want you to make sure you know why it's working so you can replicate it and maybe join the light side and build something that people need that nobody's ever had before.
This is why people say, oh, I ripped a Calendar product and it's working immediately. because the market awareness of the people seeing this product is already immediately C2+. There are people who have seen this product before, and they're 2 times more likely to buy, or 4 times, or 6 times, who knows? Now, the reason I want you to watch this video and the main takeaway is that if you're trying to start something new, if you have this incredible idea for a brand or a company, don't compare yourself to the results of the people running products from Calidata. It's extremely short-lived. They're riding off market awareness of their competitors, and it takes time and multiple campaigns through top of funnel stages, middle funnel stages, so on and so forth, all the way to back of funnel retargeting, to actually build something that matters. And it costs money too. And let me show you that in a little chart I'm about to break down. Stay with me now. Watch this. So let's say you have a brand new brand, okay? You just started with this. You have a brand new brand. And let's say each campaign you're running is going to cost you $50. So you're running at a $50 per campaign. $50 per campaign. Okay, cool. Now, you have to understand it is completely unrealistic to convert customers on the very first campaign on a product that nobody in the market has ever seen before. It is stupid. So naturally, if you're doing things the correct way, the way I do them, you'd run a top of funnel campaign, a campaign purely meant for getting cold customers to be at the least familiar with you. So you run your top funnel campaign. Let's say you run it for 1 day. Okay, let's just shorten everything. You run it for 1 day. All right, that costs you $50. Now you have your first ever cold pool of customers. These are customers in the circle. You have your first ever pool of customers that you could potentially soft retarget, which Meta does automatically, and potentially convert in the future. So now you have your second campaign. You know, say just run it again 1 day, $50, and it's a middle of funnel campaign. Which again, these dates are elongated. It's not just 1 day, $50. But let's just say it is middle of funnel campaign. Now what happens here is you take this pool of people and you potentially convert some of them. You turn some of them into buyers, and that can result in your first few sales. You make some money. Congratulations. And then, of course, to convert the rest, the stray few in the circle who do not actually end up converting, you got to run back of funnel campaigns, some extremely strong retargeting campaigns with different messaging, stronger CTAs. And then let's say it gets the rest of these people to come over and end up buying, and then you make a bunch of money. Really cool. Now you have your first successful brand with a lot of orders, a lot of money, everything you ever dreamed of, and it costs you a total of $150 just to build the market awareness for this product because nobody's ever seen it before, right? Now, let's say you have a Calidata brand, okay? You have a Calidata brand. And let's say same exact thing, $50 per campaign, okay? Cool. Well, this is what happens. First campaign, you earn at $50. It's not a top of funnel, middle of funnel, nothing. It is just, we'll just abbreviate, ripped creatives. That's all it is. But somehow, you end up pulling purchases. You end up pulling a ton of purchases day one from it. Why is that? Why does it make this guy on the left feel really bad and this guy on the right feel like an absolute e-com boss, even though he's not? It's because there is a hidden brand up here already doing tons of money who has over time been selling the same product and building this huge pool of people that know what this product is. And while this brand up top has converted some of them into paying customers, I don't know, I'm just drawing a bunch of dollar signs here, there's still leftover some people who are still on, you know, add 2, add 3, just a mix of C2, C3 customers that end up seeing this guy's first ad, and he's stealing from this guy's pool of people. He's stealing the market awareness from the bigger competitor. And that's the reason this works, and that's the reason the one on the left does not work so well. And that's the truth. Nobody's going to tell you that. And it might make this new brand idea right here seem extremely not enticing, like something you wouldn't want to do. But trust me, building this foundation, being this guy up here, the guy that made the market awareness, is so much better. It is so much better when you build the foundation. People are copying off of you because this guy here will never ever last. And you see they never ever last. All the people calorie ripping, ask them if they're still running the product. They're not. They're absolutely not. So it is more worth it to be the guy on the left, even though it's more expensive. It's just a lot of people have new ideas, new brands, new ideas for products, and they get discouraged when they run one campaign. A lot of the times, not even walking people down the funnel, not even doing top of funnel, middle funnel, back of funnel. They try to get this guy's results immediately, and it's not realistic and it'll never work. But don't take that as discouragement. I'm just letting you know how to do it the proper way.